Good morning. It's a nice brisk morning. The first morning so far in this spring time that I'm able to get out and paddle. I took a day off of work just to do this. Hopefully I'm going to go out and see some shorebirds, maybe some rails, hopefully some soras, warblers, who knows what else I might see out here. My goal though is to find those types of birds, but like normal, I'll take whatever I can find. So this will be my setup today. I've got a Old Town Sportsman Discovery 119 solo canoe with a camouflage cover on it. I hopefully have everything I can possibly need in that canoe with me when I go out. This should allow me to sneak up quite well on the wildlife that's out here. I will be dressed in camo myself, and then I'll have a camo covering on me, including on my camera equipment. So let's give this a whirl and see what I find. I'm out here at Sweet Marsh outside of Tripoli. It's one of my favorite places to go when I'm looking for wildlife, especially this time of year. You never really know what you're going to see, but you're almost assured you're going to see something. Let's hope today is like every other time and I see some nice surprises. Last night when I was out here, we saw a Sora not too far from where I'm at now, just moving around along the bank and in and out of the cattails. Be nice if I could find that right away today. This area of Sweet Marsh will be drained in 2 or 3 weeks as they do some major renovation to deepen the channels and create a couple new channels. So my days of paddling out here are just about done. We'll all end in a couple of weeks. It's a much needed project, but boy, it's going to change things, and it's going to be a long year without this area to paddle kayak in. We still have some geese sitting on eggs. Some of them have already hatched. Try not to bother them. Be watching for and listening for soras or rails. I know they're here because we heard them last night. It's just finding them. Canada geese and blue-winged teal up ahead. Okay, I wasn't recording when I saw it, but there's a Sora in the area here. So I'm going to try to get set up and see if I can spot him as he moves along the edges, like Soras do. When I look for birds or wildlife, I have to always take lighting into consideration. Just had teal drop in. Oh, there's a bittern. Just flew off. First one I've seen this year. Maybe I'll find another one. We have a Sora. We have a Sora sneaking up from the left. We have a Virginia rail sneaking around. I really don't know what to say. There's a Sora or a rail in front of us, just cut across. Just working in the vegetation. I'll try to move in on the rail. Be to the right. Look for movement. There, you just saw him cut in front. Might come back out. Folks, I have never had a better experience with a Virginia rail. That one put on a long show, probably a half hour. I'm hoping that I got some decent still pictures and some decent video. I've never seen something like that. In addition, saw that Sora, actually a few Soras. Don't think I got any video of them. And then that sparrow that I've got to check which species it was. Unheard of. Never have I seen something like that with the rail. I think I see some pelicans still flying in the area. We found one dead one last night, but here's 5 more still flying. I thought they were all gone. Doesn't look like they're coming down too low, too fast. 4 of them coming right at me. When you're out looking for wildlife, one tip that I can give you, at least when you're in an environment like this, is get close to the edge. You'll see some things on the water, out in the open water. But the birds and the mammals are almost always going to be close to the edge where they've got cover. Anything you see out in the open is not going to let you get that close unless there's something wrong with it. If they feel safe, like next to the cattails or the dikes here, you might be able to approach closer. Up ahead you can see that tan and white bird bobbing its tail. It just flew a little bit. That's one of the sandpiper species. You can always tell by the way they bob their back end. This area where I'm paddling now, by this time next year, should be 6 to 8 or 8 to 10 feet deep, whereas now, if the bottom was solid, you could probably walk across it and hardly get your belt wet. So they're going to really deepen this, which will help for fishing and other habitat. Well, this was a good outing. I went out looking for Soras and found not just a Sora, but also several Soras, Virginia rails that were super cooperative, and that one that spent many minutes with me, half hour, 45 minutes out there in the open where I could shoot lots of pictures and videos. I saw the bittern, pelicans, and the sandpiper species. So I will add some extra pictures at the end of this video. For those who stuck with me through this long, I hope you found it educational in how I shoot my pictures, and more importantly, entertaining, and you got a little glimpse of what Sweet Marsh is like in the springtime on a calm morning. And I do thank you for watching.